great Bobby Belt.
Bobby Belt is an idiot.
Don't make me take off my belt.
Don't make me take off my belt.
We're not. Over to you, Bobby.
Back in the lab? No. Mike McCarthy is going back in the barn. Let's talk about it here in Below the Belt, which is sponsored by D&M Leasing and Window Nation. The Revenge Tour. Mike McCarthy's chance to rub my nose in it in 2026, apparently, is coming our way. David Moore, who is semi-retired, but I guess not totally anymore. He's writing for D Magazine this year as like a special contributor. So not a full-time gig like he was doing at Dallas Morning News, but he's still contributing weekly stuff over at D Magazine. And one of his weekly contributions, right before the game this weekend against the Packers, Mike McCarthy broke his post-Cowboys silence. This is the very first interview that Mike McCarthy has done on the Dallas job, and specifically related to his departure in Dallas and his plans for the future. He's obviously done the Pat McAfee stuff and touched on some different things there. But this is his opportunity to speak out, and he waited 8 months to do so. And apparently, as he told David Moore, that was on purpose. Said that he wanted to wait around because he didn't want to shape this as a my side of the story kind of conversation when he finally sat down and talked about it, which is admirable. I think that's a good way to play it. Probably you don't want to come off as anything's bitter or like, oh, let me spin this back at him or let me take this angle and cut this. And to the Cowboys' credit, I don't think they were terribly in the aftermath too direct. Like, they've been much harsher towards the narrative with Micah on his way out than they were with Mike McCarthy.
I'm really surprised how cool McCarthy sounded. He met with them like months after to talk about the all-season program and everything. I thought Mike would have been a lot more bitter, threw a lot more shots, had a lot more problems with the way that Jerry and this organization did things, but that does not sound like it's the case.
No, and he said it was very important to me that I leave there the right way. He said it was time for both of us to change and to go in different directions. So he is still sticking to the line that we've heard, which is mutual. We both agreed like we probably needed a change.
But people have reported that both in the early part of the negotiation thought and wanted for Mike to stay.
Yes.
That it wasn't just from the very jump, let's give him an offer, let's force him out.
Right.
You know, like that they tried to make it work, actually. I found that a little bit surprising.
He is here still. He is in the DFW area, apparently. He, in fact, makes note to say that he is paying taxes in Plano.
Yes.
So he said that he is still contributing tax dollars.
Nobody leaves here, baby. Once you come here, you just don't want to leave.
You gotta stay.
Darren McFadden, who we interviewed last night on Cowboys Crosstalk, that was a lifelong Little Rock resident who then went to the University of Arkansas, bounced over to Oakland, and then just spent 3 years here in Dallas. And after his playing career was done, he moved to Prosper. And he and his family live in Prosper now. They decided we're staying here after they'd been here for 3 years. And so, that's the thing. People get here and they want to stay. Yep. And Mike McCarthy has stayed here to this point. Obviously, raising his girls who are still school-aged and being very involved there. But he did say he has every intention to coach in 2026. That is still what he's seeking to do. Now, what does that mean? Doesn't mean that while he's running around and doing things with his daughters and their athletics and different things like that, that doesn't mean he can't still get back in the lab and get back in the process. They write that during his season away from the game, though, he is having a 4:45 wake-up call. He set with the Packers and Cowboys. It's now 5:30, so there's a slight accommodation.
Hear that, Brian Schottenheimer? It's how early he's supposed to get up.
Starbucks had been his first stop on the way into the office. Now he'll feed the dogs before making his coffee run, then return home, take the dogs for a walk. He works out from 8:15 to 10:30. 2 hours and 15 minutes. He sets aside 11 to 2 for whatever business he needs to conduct or to study tape. He picks up his daughter from school at 3, then attends whatever practice or game his daughter has. The time in between is set aside for friends. He got a text from one the other day and is looking forward to shooting skeet and trap early next week. But the study is still ongoing. He says that he is preparing. He's doing his regimented work of, all right, I'm sticking to my schedule. You're there. He's still waking up. He's got his workout plan. He's still studying tape. He's still preparing. Do you think in 2026, Mike McCarthy will be coaching in the NFL?
Glad you asked that, Robert. I anticipated that very question.
So you're writing down the teams that might have...
Writing down the teams, and you both are going to answer the yes or the no. Because I like that by the way, we're already like 5 games in. I'm already starting to get football depressed that it's going to end soon.
We're quarter.
Our buddy Josh Pate just picked Florida to beat Texas. That's upsetting to me.
Florida has a history of like starting off really poorly and then saving Billy Napier's job, but I don't know.
You don't know what you're going to get at quarterback.
You don't? You have no idea?
Can the Gators score 20 points?
So what you're saying is we have a tendency to call Florida a little early, and then
here we go.
In the end,
I think
All right. I like that.
Turns out right.
I like that we're 5 games in, so you can kind of match what you think McCarthy could bring. Because if you asked me this before the season, I would have said absolutely not. You tell me, does this situation call for Mike McCarthy's skill set, which RJ is higher on than the rest of us?
Let's hear it.
The Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
be bad.
Whoa.
Miami needs, I
Whoa.
think, Mike
I
is.
can be objective here.
Whoa. No, you can't. You literally have never been.
Bobby's got a conscience.
Yeah, even if you don't think Mike is a good offensive mind or a great offensive mind or whatever, he is I think objectively is a stabilizing figure.
Okay.
For a franchise.
Finishing piece for Cincy.
No.
Over the top piece for the Bengals.
Right geographical fit. Like, I think he's a fit for Cincinnati. I don't think he's the push that team over the top kind of guy.
If he gets a coordinator, like if he doesn't want to run the offense himself, brings a coordinator in, I think he'd be really good for Burrow. He was good for Dak.
I mean, Joe Burrow doesn't need Mike McCarthy.
No, I know. But, I mean, how about like just getting them on the same page to start the year?
Baltimore. Over the top piece in Baltimore. Tough, gritty, Inner Harbor guy. Oh, you like these teams I wrote down?
Yeah, I don't. No.
You could put question mark.
No, I know that one. I don't know how to feel about that one. I'm kind of split, but I would lean towards no.
I'm torn on. It's either, for me, this one's weird, and I'm gonna make you guys scratch your heads. It's either no or I like this better than Cincy.
Okay.
My big question there is I think he's built for the AFC North. Sure, that's a fit. Like him being in Baltimore, being with a team like that. To me, it's like the issues that have kept them from reaching their potential. I don't know that those are things that Mike McCarthy's going to fix.
Cleveland.
Yeah, that's
a possibility before he came here.
Yeah, that's a McCarthy job to me. Cleveland.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like, would you take it? But yeah, he would because he wants to coach.
Houston.
No.
Not good for CJ? Why you say no? CJ needs something.
I don't know that that's a good fit. I don't think, for some reason, I don't know that you can go from D'Amico to McCarthy. It's just...
Well, it's opposite. They usually hire opposite.
I know. Something just doesn't smell. It doesn't pass the smell
Houston,
test.
if they fire D'Amico Ryans, they need McVay. Like, they need McVay. They need Shanahan. They need, like, brilliant play design guy to come in there and help CJ.
Titans.
I mean... they're so far away. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it moves the needle.
San Fran. 49er ties.
You know what? He's got ties. Yes.
It's just a year. No.
The Mike McCarthy possibilities. Where and who would he end up with next year trying to return to the NFL? Final one. New York Giants.
I think he would do. Look. I don't think it'd be the best fit the Giants can have. I think that's a Giants type hire.
It's a Giants type hire.
He'll represent the franchise with dignity, and they eat that up.
That is not a New York media hire.
No,
he would not. I don't think all the scrutiny and.
I mean, you're not going to get more scrutiny in as much than here.
Not nationally.
No, not in terms
of local is
like the spotlight is more intense in Dallas. The criticism is more intense in New York, and I don't think the criticism being that intense, that consistent, I don't think he wants to put up with that.
But I do think that like the Giants would love a guy like him. He is not going to rock the boat. He's classy. He's not going to do anything.
So, Bobby, let's see if you're willing to say it.
Okay.
And this will show your true growth after your bout with diarrhea yesterday, if you had time to contemplate.
It was just violent back there.
Do you think that Mike McCarthy will have a head coaching job next season?
I think Mike McCarthy will be part of the interview circuit. I don't think he gets hired.
Okay.
Bobby's got a conscience.
All right. I just want to see how far you go, because before I think we both had said absolutely not.